I hear we got a situation with this Ida fossil thing. Fill me in. 47 million years old? Ha! Well, we know that can't be true. So find me a bunch of scientists to claim it's not true. I don't care if they're real scientists, you idiot. Just call that trailer park, Patriot University. Surely they can manufacture someone. Who studied it? An international team of renowned paleontologists. Well, I don't care if every paleontologist on planet Earth claims it's authentic. That's never stopped us before. Look, we're going to use the same approach we used with evolution. Throw a bunch of half-baked arguments at it. Something might stick, and if it doesn't, at least we'll confuse the public for years. Get in touch with the Discovery Institute, the masters of misinformation. Tell them to crank up their spin machine and let's see how much mud they can sling at this. Next, get Ken Ham over to the Creation Museum. See if his animatronics people can fabricate a convincing replica of this Ida thing. If they transport it, maybe we can pull a switcheroo and then expose it as a fake. And get a hold of Kent Hovind and see what theories he can cook up. At least we know where he is. While you're at it, phone Kirk and Ray. They know the drill. Yeah, tell them it's time to lose the banana and the crocoduck. I don't think that's going to work this time. Now, how are we going to handle the YouTube community? Gear up? Nah, even I know he's a loon. Jesus freak, he wouldn't know a fossil from a tinker toy. Hey, how about Cobain the Christian? At least he's got a few brain cells somewhere. Look, I gotta go. I need to call the big guy. Now get on it. We've got work to do and fast.
Collaborators, welcome to the fucking news. I'm poorly prepared. Here are tonight's headlines. There is growing consensus tonight amongst the military-backed, consumer-funded fascists who rule over us all without too much trouble that religion is okay. It's fine, and there's no need to dispel its unnecessary influence. From rabid Zionism in the nuclear-armed Israel, fanatical Islam in the nuclear-armed Pakistan, in the fundamental creationist nuclear-armed America, in the giant pantheistic nuclear-armed India, everything is fucking great. Even though there's no proof of the existence of anything outside the laws of physics, or life after death, or divine intervention of any kind whatsoever. These mumbo-jumbo, hocus-pocus belief systems pervade the culture of society and control the sheep-like masses. Against this backdrop of lunacy and delusion, not one of the world's major powers has ever espoused a secular point of view in regard to the madness and obvious fraud of organized religion. Imagine the scene in the White House if a sane, rational president stepped up to the podium. People of the world, it's the 21st century. Science and reason have conquered ignorance and superstition. We can now live without the mind-fuck that is divine religion. And I call upon all governments of the world's people to excise religion from their affairs of state and remove religious believers from positions of responsibilification for the good of us all before it is too late. Believing in magical beings from another dimension has not been good for world peace nor the advancement of civilization, sir. Jews, Christians, and Muslims abound in governments of the most dangerous military powers on earth. Many convinced that paradise awaits may be happy to kill themselves, destroy the planet, or murder in the name of God. We can now no longer allow this dangerous state of affairs to continue. Believers in fairy fies, goblination, and Santa Claus are harmless enough. But would we give them a homeland? Allow them to demand special treatment or exemption from taxes? No fucking way.
We've all heard of places like this. Places where children don't get to have dessert until after they finish their vegetables. Places where children aren't indoctrinated into religions from a very young age, where they actually have the misfortune of options of religions. Places where children like Sean here live. Sean knows the struggle of working a part-time job while still having to live with his parents. Sean also knows the pain of losing his job when he can't stop harassing every customer with creation science propaganda. You can help, though. The Christian Deadbeats Fund has been helping people like Sean avoid work and take advantage of others for almost 2,000 years. For just $1 a month. $1 a month can ensure that Sean here doesn't have to make do with a merely huge TV instead of a gigantic one. For just $1 a month, Sean does not have to cope with the injustice of stereo sound when he could be watching Left Behind with surround sound. $1 a month means Sean can afford some totally awesome shoes. For just $1 a month, Sean will be able to ride with style on his new mini bike. For just $1 a month, Sean will be able to get a new Batman costume. The one from the new movies. For $1 a month, Sean can see The Passion of the Christ on Blu-ray. Please, call now. Sean needs more money for DVRs so he can spread more of convicted fraud Kent Hovind's demonstrably false creationist propaganda. And besides, you're going to donate your hard-earned money to some deadbeat claiming to have all the answers.
So not too long ago, the Nobel Prizes were given out. And anyone here get one? Still waiting by the phone? Yeah. Are there any scientists here, by the way, by applause? Yeah. Excellent. What kind of scientist?
Neurobiology.
Neurobiology. What about you?
Biomedical engineering.
Biomedical engineering. Ooh. Who else?
Bartender.
Bartender. That's more like alchemy. Although at least your potions are effective. The Nobel Prizes. Now, do you know the origin of the Nobel Prize? It was actually funded by Alfred Nobel with the fortune that he made from his invention of dynamite. And other people were also working towards solutions, but he was the first one to survive the R&D phase. Thomas Edison, there was also an anniversary not too long ago of, it was the anniversary of I guess it was his perfection of the incandescent light bulb. Edison did not invent the incandescent light bulb, but he did perfect it. And the light bulb was such a good idea, it actually became the symbol for having an idea. That's impressive. What was your best idea, you know? Is it appearing in thought bubbles over people's heads? Where would we even be for entertainment without Edison? Think about it, you know, the phonograph and movie projector and the light bulb, so. I like movies. I don't even go. I hardly go to the theaters anymore because movies pretty expensive at this point. $9.50 for a matinee. You know, I don't want to produce a movie. I just want to watch it once. How much for that? I saw a movie with my friend Chuck. I don't like seeing movies with him because he always has to sit in the front row because he thinks he gets to see the movie before anybody else. And you can't even argue with him because he always has the same last word. The speed of light is finite, Brian. And it's true, you can't argue with that. It's finite, but it's very fast. Everyone here knows the speed of light, 186,000 miles per second. So if you had a theater, and this is what I told Chuck, if you had a theater 186,000 miles long, you would only see the movie 1 second before the guy in the last row. And he said, yeah, but you'd hear it a week and a half before him. And you probably wouldn't get your popcorn for years. And yes, I did do the math for that joke.